So there's a lot of factors that goes into making a decision कि मुझे बाहर जाना है. And with the agents, it happens. आपने सोचा मुझे बाहर जाना है, आपने कंट्री बताई, कोर्स बताई, यूनिवर्सिटीज आ जाएंगी, आप एडमिशन कराओ, खत्म.
काउंसलर्स है जो रियली स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में केयर करते हैं. हाउ डू स्टूडेंट्स रीच आउट टू देम?
इफ यू विजिटेड अ काउंसलर एंड वो बार-बार एक ही कंट्री आपको आगे करता जाए, एक ही कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज के फर्स्ट काउंसलिंग में आगे मेंशन करता जाए, दैट काउंसलर इज नॉट राइट.
अगर वो 10 मिनट में आपको 4 कॉलेज बता रहा है,
भाग जाओ.
तो भाग जाओ. ओके, दैट्स अ गुड लाइन.
So there's a lot of cost that's involved in application itself, and if you do not plan it accordingly, you end up wasting lakhs of money. Then another misconception that's there in the market that Germany offers only free of cost education.
Hello aspirants, studying abroad has become more accessible than ever. There are so many experts available to help you out. A common question that often comes up is how to choose a study abroad admission consultant. Let's talk to Harshita Gulati. She is the co-founder of Move Abroad and herself a counselor who diligently understands students' options and challenges and tries to match their realities with expectation. Her motivation is her own journey of studying abroad in UK. Well versed in Spanish and German, Harshita has helped over 2,000 successful applications along with the team. I am Aman Jain, the Chief Marketing Officer at Gyandhan and your host for today. Let's welcome Harshita Gulati.
Hi Harshita.
Hi Aman.
Welcome to Gyandhan's podcast.
Thank you for inviting.
I'm sure this next 30 minutes is going to be very helpful for us and also for the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Harshita, we would love to start with the personal story first. We would love to understand who you are and what motivates you to help young people, students in choosing their careers, guiding their careers to study in India and abroad.
So becoming a counselor was absolutely accidental. I never wanted to become a counselor or a teacher or a professor, but my parents had that vision for me that they wanted to see me as a professor at a very reputed university. So they introduced me to Bachelor's of Literature, which is into English honors. So because I was always a studious girl, I used to love reading books, and I used to read books till very late at night. So they thought that, without having a proper career counseling, without having proper analyzation, what my career goals are, they dived me into, I'm sure they had a very good motive. So they dived me into Bachelor's of Literature. Over the 3 years that I did my Bachelor's at DU, I realized that I want to do something more. So I decided to jump to languages, and I did my Spanish and German both till C1 level. And later on, I was also writing plays in Spanish. I was that good. And I even orchestrated a play at Cervantes.
Oh, wow.
Even during my early years. So that was something that, instigated me. And I decided to approach a counselor, or I should say an agent at that point of time. And I asked her, what can I do later on?
So this is after your bachelor's?
After my bachelor's, a year after my bachelor's. So there was a gap. So I approached an agent, and she advised me, okay, you can go for a master's into a similar field without having a proper career mapping. Ki bhai, mere career aspirations kya hai? What I want to be later on? Are my skills matching the kind of education I'm going into it? She advised me master's, and within 6 months of time, I even had my visa and I was studying.
Oh, okay.
And into the program, I realized, okay, this is not something I want to do, but I did it anyway because I was that girl, jisne kuch uthaya hai, to wo khatam karegi. And I even had job offer from one of the universities in Colombia. I still have that email offer letter with me. And I was offered a professor's position at one of the universities in Colombia to teach English. And my parents gave me a big no. Ki nahi, tum to nahi ja sakte because Colombia is famous for drug dealing and it's not safe for women. That was quite shocking for me. And in India, you understand that the population is large and the job market is very limited.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something with the languages, and I was feeling that there's something of a dichotomy कि जो jobs में चाहती हूँ उनमें work experience की requirement है, that I'm sure a lot of you can relate with, 2 साल का वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, बट कैसे करें, फ्रेशर्स के लिए तो कोई जॉब नहीं है. So how to get that 2 years of work experience? So I felt that and I was very disappointed. I was almost depressed. One of my friends suggested me, okay, you should try career counseling. You should become a counselor. And that time, I don't think so if the counselor was the word or that was used or not. So I started my journey with then Chopra's TC Global, and they introduced me to a lot of countries. So I learned Germany, UK admissions, US admissions, New Zealand, Netherlands, Japan, China, medicine, non-medical, science, and it was such a good learning platform. But somewhere or the other, I felt because one person was doing it all and it was a lot of numbers that you had to complete. You had to do targets, you had to do numbers. आपको 150 numbers तो करने ही करने हैं. So that pressure I never liked. I dropped.
Okay.
I worked with my husband for a brief 6 months, and I got to learn about how you do online sales and marketing, and you sell your product online on various domains.
Yeah.
And then I did not enjoy it, to be honest. And I dived back into, again, career counseling. For me, it was always counseling.
So, you have been counseling since the beginning of your career.
Absolutely. But the counseling came into picture when I did my short program into career counseling through British Psychological Society. उनका एक certified career counseling program होता है, जिसमें you do career mapping, and through a report you analyze जिसमें स्टूडेंट के स्किल सेट्स क्या होते हैं, उनके इंटरेस्ट एरिया, पर्सनालिटी, एप्टीट्यूड एंड पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट, आर दे मैचिंग, एंड देन यू एडवाइस देम ऑन अ करियर कि भैया ये सब चीजें सिंक में होनी चाहिए, देन ओनली यू विल प्रोग्रेस, बिकॉज यू विल बी हैप्पी इन दैट एरिया. अगर आप खुश हो गए तो प्रोग्रेस अपने आप. दैट डायलॉग आई कांट रिमेम्बर रणछोड़ दास छाछड़ का डायलॉग, आप सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, आप परफेक्शन के पीछे भागो, सक्सेस अपने आप झक मार के पीछे आएगी. Something like this. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So
I think it's correct.
Yeah. So that was something that I really enjoyed. तो वो मैंने पिक कर लिया कि चीजें ना I picked up through my career. That stayed with me. That career counseling I did, that career mapping I did with this, that stayed with me. I picked it up. उसके बाद I took a gap and then I did a course from iDream Career.
Okay.
That introduced me to proper career counseling. कि भैया career counseling होती क्या है, starting from 8th standard. बच्चे को एनालाइज कैसे करते हैं, उसे समझते कैसे हैं, उसकी नीड्स कैसे समझते हैं, उसको हेल्प कैसे करते हैं. सो करियर काउंसलर इज नॉट समबडी हु गिव्स अ डिसीजन कि तुम्हें ये करना है. दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. अ करियर काउंसलर इज समबडी हु टेल्स यू कि ओके, दिस ऑल इज अवेलेबल, दीज आर योर स्किल सेट्स, यू नीड टू मैच इट अप, you need to do your study and you need to reach your own decision. That's what a counselor is. It's a guide. Okay. It's a person who guides you in the right direction. And that's when I was introduced to career counseling. And I decided, okay, हमें इसी line में कुछ करना चाहिए. And I wanted to use the experience that I've had for years into overseas admission. I've got this expertise, knowledge of admissions into Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, UK, USA, the conventional countries, of course, Australia. So I didn't want to let that go. That became my specialization, but my expertise still lie in the career counseling.
Correct.
And since then, I have been helping students not only go for the right course, but understand what the right course is. So since then, we particularly, me, my partner Sampada, we have been focusing on how we help the students understand their right career needs and understand their skill sets and match their skill sets with their career needs. Because education is only for 4 years, 2 years, 7 years, 1 year of your life. The career is what stays with you forever.
Correct.
You're going to work in that career, you're going to work in that field for the next 30 years of your life. So you need to make the right decision. And Sampada and I founded Move Abroad, Ministry of World Education. That's why, because, we cater to all the universities. We don't have a bias.
That's a very interesting name, by the way.
Thank you. So, it was because we cater to all the countries. We don't have a bias. We don't prefer UK over US or Germany over any other country. It's always understanding the course that you want to go for, the requirement for that particular field in the market that you're going, and understanding the right university as per your skill set, your performance, and there are various factors that goes into it.
So in a way, you were doing something in your life, in your career, and somebody suggested you to become and explore the counseling as a career as an option.
Absolutely.
And you started working in that direction. You worked at a couple of big names. And after that, you took a course to excel in that career.
Absolutely.
That, okay, how to help students, how to do that mapping with basically for which student, what is the right career. And once you had that knowledge, after that, you started move abroad.
Yes, I always feel कि आप चाहे चीज सही कर रहे हो चाहे गलत कर रहे हो, you always learn something from it, and that always stay with you. आपको चाहे उस समय you won't be able to see the big picture,
Right.
but somewhere down the line you will see that every mistake that you've done has laid the foundation of where you are today. So if you feel lost, if you feel you're not doing something right, you feel you're on the wrong path, don't be afraid. You are going in the right direction. You just don't know there and then.
So, very, very interesting, Harshita. Now, I think I have one question given your profile, because you worked with 2-3 companies and now you are running your own company with the aim of helping the students. How should students decide whether first they need help of an external party, be it counselor, agents or whoever, and once they decided, okay, they need help, how should they decide which counselor they should go to? What should be that decision metric for any student who wants to study abroad?
That's absolutely a good question. I would say that analyzing that you need something is when you feel lost. And overconfidence is also not the key over here. I would say that, first of all, if you've decided that you are feeling lost, you should ask. You should ask around. चाहे वो आपके parents हो, चाहे वो आपके teachers हो, चाहे वो आपके professors हो. They will be the first person you'll contact when you're feeling lost. And when you as a group decide कि okay, we feel that we do not have the right resources to help you out, we need to seek expertise, professional guidance, that's when you should think of a career counselor in the picture. Before taking any decision, I would say if you're taking a career counselor's help or not, the research should go into it. Your every decision, why you're taking, you should ask your question. You should ask yourself that question कि मैं ये decision ले रहा हूँ या ले रही हूँ तो क्यों ले रही हूँ? क्या मैं किसी के pressure में आके ले रही हूँ? Am I using my brain? Do I really want it? There are certain questions that a student need to ask themselves. कि भाई, do I really want this? What do I want? जब तक आपको वो चीज फिगर आउट नहीं होगी ना, आप लॉस्ट ही फील करोगे. एंड टू हेल्प यू एड्रेस दैट क्वेश्चन, अ करियर काउंसलर शुड कम इन द पिक्चर. एंड आई से देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एक्सपर्ट्स अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. You should go with somebody you feel comfort with, you feel you can trust, because a career counselor is just like a doctor. अब अगर डॉक्टर से ट्रांसपेरेंट नहीं हो तो वो आपको हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगा. अगर आप अपने करियर काउंसलर से ट्रांसपेरेंट नहीं हो तो वो आपको हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगा. You might go to a person whom your parents have advised and you feel ki I'm not feeling very comfortable, I'm not able to tell this person the whole story. That counselor is not the right person for you. You should always go with the person where you feel your comfort is 100%.
So as a student, when let's say I'm thinking that okay, I should go abroad and I'm doing my initial research and I'm not going anywhere, like I'm finding it confusing that whether I should go to UK, Australia, Ireland, which course I should go to. At that point, they can talk to a career counselor,
Absolutely.
Or admission counselor for that matter, and seek help.
Absolutely. And analyzing which country is quite tough. There are a lot of things that goes into it. Your academic performance, your career aspirations, the field that you want to get into, your the requirement of the field, and the progress in the like the growth chart of that particular area which you want to enter in the country that you've targeted, and a realistic expectations, and realizing what your actual budget is. So this is where I feel the gap is. The students, they want to go, उनका brother बाहर गया है, cousin brother, friend बाहर गया है, पड़ोसी का बच्चा बाहर गया है. They know somebody, they see it in the news, oh, what a glamorous life. It's not a glamorous life. Don't get motivated by others. If you are planning to move outside India, there are several factors, there are several questions that you should ask yourself. Am I ready? Am I mentally ready? Do I have the budget? If I have the budget, how much budget? Which country fits into that budget? Is that country suitable for the career that I want to enter? is there a growth for the area? ऐसा नहीं है कि वहाँ जाके सोच लेंगे. It doesn't happen that way. So there's a lot of factors that goes into making a decision कि मुझे बाहर जाना है. And with the agents, it happens. आपने सोचा मुझे बाहर जाना है, आपने कंट्री बताई, कोर्स बताई, यूनिवर्सिटीज आ जाएंगी, आप एडमिशन कराओ, खत्म.
So in a way,
The process is gone.
difference between counselor and agent is that when you go to a counselor will treat you as a doctor. That okay,
Beautifully said.
what exactly are you looking for? What do you want? What is best for you? Whereas an agent
Questions
will
नहीं पूछेंगे.
questions नहीं पूछेंगे. They will primarily say कि अच्छा आपको जाना है, UK जाना है, ठीक है, ये 4 ऑप्शन है, आप चले जाइए.
बेच देंगे.
भेज देंगे. Oh, that's interesting. मेरे को इतना clear difference नहीं पता था. So thanks a lot for educating me on that. So Harshita, while we were talking earlier, you mentioned that you have sent a lot many students to UK. So what's your take on UK as a study destination, specifically with the recent news around economy not doing good, jobs not being there? Should students still consider UK as an option, or there are other countries that students should explore?
There are two realities for this.
Okay.
I'll talk about the universities. Universities in UK are one of the top ranked universities. जैसा उनका एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, जैसे वो प्रैक्टिसेस फॉलो करते हैं, विच इज़ रियलिस्टिक एंड प्रैक्टिकल. A lot of universities in India, I should not say this, but are not following it, right? So that practical curriculum, that industrial exposure, that industry relevant experience in curriculum, which is, being updated every few years and having a good exposure for the students is what makes UK a good country. And I feel better for education in terms of affordability when I compare it to countries like US and Canada or Australia to some extent.
Okay.
But there's another reality. A lot of countries like US, Canada, Germany, Netherlands, they have a lot of documentation, which the students are not ready to fulfill. If you want to go to US, you'll have to give an admissions test. You might have to give an interview. You'll have to show, of course, the funds is being one factor. But, there'll be a lot of essays that you'll have to produce. The English language requirements become mandatory. And students are not ready to comply with it. So UK becomes an easy option. That's why a lot of numbers go to UK.
Okay.
If people are targeting a high-achieving country, they have to understand the high-achieving country will have a high-achieving parameter for entry also. Like I would say Germany, which offers free education. I get a lot of inquiry for Germany. हमें पढ़ने जाना है, free education है, जाना है. Very strict parameter for top-notch universities, 70% से नीचे वो नहीं लेंगे. Because they are sponsoring your education, they want the creamiest of the creams. IIT, हर किसी को नहीं लेता. It has a parameter, right? So if you're targeting these high-achieving countries, you have to step up. You have to step up your game. You have to give GRE, you have to give GMAT, you have to learn the language, you have to give the English language test. And if you're not ready to compromise on any of these parameters, you should not say that why the market is going towards UK.
So it's because UK historically had lesser paperwork, lesser obstacles for the students, and that's why students are choosing UK as an option. But if you are willing to put more efforts, like giving GREs, if you have good ACATS, then you can also choose better universities in other countries like US and Germany. Is that the correct understanding?
I would say to some extent, yes. UK also has a lot of potential universities like Imperial, LBS, UCL, which becomes the targeted and dream section because it's asking for everything. वो TOEFL भी नहीं जाने देंगे, वो आपका GRE GMAT भी नहीं जाने देंगे, वो आपकी percentage भी नहीं जाने देंगे, वो आपका interview भी लेंगे. So that's why the admission rate for these universities goes significantly low because they're looking for creamiest of cream.
Got it. So कब से फिर planning start करें? मतलब I know students they decide in March कि September intake में जाना है, right? So like what you did back then, right? So then what is the correct time of thinking? 1.5 साल पहले. तो 1.5 साल का margin रखना ही है. 1.5 साल का margin रखना. If you are planning to take help, or even if you're doing the research on your own, 18 months before the course start date, you should start looking for the universities. You should start analyzing what are they asking for, and in that 6 months period of time before you start your application, which is ideally 1 year before the course start date, that 6 months, the 1.5 साल जो मैंने बोला, वो 6 महीना आपका documentation में जाना चाहिए. Okay.
Because documentation takes time, SOP takes time, LORs take time, the quality LORs take time, the quality SOPs take time. You need to work on your language tests like TOEFL, you need to work on your aptitude tests like GRE, GMAT, SAT, ACT, whatever it is you want to give. And sometimes you're humans. You might not score your desired number. So that buffer period that you took will give you a chance to go for a reattempt. You won't feel pressured कि भैया अब तो मेरा जो स्कोर आ गया मुझे उसके साथ अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, देखा जाएगा. You're investing a lot of money. For these high rank universities, the application cost on an average go up to $100, 8,000 or 7,000 rupees, just the application. And if there's more documentation like TOEFL, which you have given 15,000 for the exam, another 1,000 for the reporting, 15,000 for GRE. So there's a lot of cost that's involved in application itself. And if you do not plan it accordingly, you end up wasting lakhs of money. Then another misconception that's there in the market is that Germany offers only free of cost education. So free of cost education only primarily, I would say 80% exists for courses like STEM.
Okay.
Science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Courses that have the application of this. Does not mean कि वो course जो है आपका chemistry, biology and IT से ही related होना चाहिए, engineering and mechanical engineering से ही related होना चाहिए. It can be an art subject also, but it should have a STEM application. There's a lot of difference. People don't know what STEM is and what STEM application is. It means that the course is directly relevant towards boosting the economy.
So Germany में free education is public universities and
universities and for STEM courses. But वहाँ पे cost है. I've seen costs for MBA particularly as high as 40,000-50,000 euros.
So good that you mentioned about the money as well. So at times many students, especially to us, because when they're talking about loans, they keep thinking about ROI. That okay, मैं अपना इतना investment कर रहा हूँ, I'm investing, or students or the parents, I'm investing 50 lakhs, 30 lakhs. तो वो कैसे रिसर्च करे बच्चा, कोई भी स्टूडेंट जो बाहर जा रहा है कि ROI मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा. If I'm investing 30 lakh rupees, how much ROI will I get out of this college versus that college?
Simplest way is, are people ready to invest in you? If your university is high rank, top rank, and they have a good employability rate, and you go to a bank and they say, ho jayega, no problem. It means that the ROI of that school is very strong, because then banks are also, those official bodies are also ready to believe in you and your future.
So in a way, if you are eligible for an unsecured loan,
yeah, I would say so.
For that college, that means the bank has done the research.
Bank has done the research for you.
ROI mil jata hai, so you should go. That's a cool trick, I would say. So as you mentioned earlier as well, ki students, they rush into applications, right? So what would be your advice to somebody who has no knowledge at all about studying abroad? Let's say he has just, as you mentioned, रील देखिए कि हाँ मेरा कजिन ब्रदर या मेरा कोई सीनियर अब पढ़ रहा है बाहर, एंड obviously in reels and in social media it always looks glamorous. So what would be your advice to that student who has just watched a reel कि हाँ यार ये बाहर पढ़ रहा है and maybe I should also consider. So from that point, what should be the exact steps to explore to the point that okay, he or she himself or herself going abroad?
सबसे पहले एक काउंसलर को विजिट करो, ताकि वो आपको पैरामीटर्स बता सके कि बाहर जाने के लिए कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज आपके हिसाब से सही रहेंगी. दैट यू नैरो डाउन योर ऑप्शंस, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर फ्रेश इनटू द एरिया, you don't know where to start, and Google has a lot of information. It's very easy to get lost. So it's always advisable to visit a certified counselor who has the knowledge of, studying abroad का हम ले लेते हैं, कि उसको अच्छा आइडिया हो, not just for 1 country or 2 country, for at least 8 to 10 countries का वो आपको आइडिया दे सके.
कैसे जज करेंगे, मतलब कि ये काउंसलर के पास जाना है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, what usually happens is I'm typing on Google, some names are coming, and I'm filling up a form, and a call is coming that okay, hey, you can go abroad. So वो research कैसे करे, मतलब जो काउंसलर्स है जो रियली स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में केयर करते हैं, how do students reach out to them?
That's going to be very hard, but
yeah,
it's going to be a tried and tested method. कोई गूगल पे ऐसे कुछ रैंकिंग तो नहीं आती. I wish there was. But it's something that I can help the students with is if you visited a counselor and वो बार बार एक ही country आपको आगे करता जाए, एक ही कुछ universities के first counseling में आगे mention करता जाए, that counselor is not right for you. Just run from that place.
तो अच्छा भाई, ये आपने बताया, तो और क्या रेड फ्लैग्स है कि जो स्टूडेंट व्हेन लेट्स से टॉकिंग टू ए काउंसलर, कि अगर काउंसलर ये कर रहा है तो हो सकता है द काउंसलर इज नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट योर बेनिफिट फर्स्ट.
उसने आपसे कुछ questions नहीं पूछे. The less amount of conversation you've had with the counselor, the more red flags it shows. कि that person is not really interested in helping you out. जिसको तुम्हारी हेल्प करनी है ना, वो पूछेगा कि तुम फैमिली बैकग्राउंड क्या है, तुम क्या कर रहे हो, तुम पढ़ाई किस चीज में कर रहे हो, तुम्हारा करियर एस्पिरेशन क्या है, तुम बाहर पढ़ना जाना क्यों चाहते हो, तुम्हारी रियलिस्टिक गोल्स क्या है. एक MBA के इंटरव्यू की तरह अगर तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू नहीं चल रहा है, it means that counselor is not right for you.
Makes sense. That's a very good advice. तो if you are going somebody and अगर वो 10 मिनट में आपको 4 कॉलेज बता रहा है,
भाग जाओ.
तो भाग जाओ. Okay, that's a good line. So apart from this, और क्या प्रेशर होते हैं बच्चों के ऊपर while they are going through this study abroad journey?
मैं तो कहूँगी प्रेशर ही प्रेशर होता है. It's not an easy. इसमें से I don't think so I've ever come across a single point जो pressurizing नहीं होता है. So studying abroad is definitely for hard-hearted people. If you feel you're soft-hearted, you won't be able to accept the challenge and everything emotional turmoil that's gonna happen, don't go for it. Sure. Because starting from the application, एक जो सस्पेंस क्रिएट होता है, ऑफर आएगा नहीं आएगा, अकोमोडेशन मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी, कहाँ मिलेगी, वीजा होगा कि नहीं होगा, इट्स ऑलवेज अ सस्पेंस. एंड इवन व्हेन यू एंटर द कोर्स, बिकॉज आई हैव लिव्ड दिस लाइफ, फर्स्ट 3 months तो आप पागल हो जाते हो. इट्स अ न्यू कंट्री, इट्स अ न्यू एनवायरमेंट. If you're planning to study abroad, now it's always advisable to take some short courses in the country or anywhere outside, or in fact in India. India is nothing short of a. You were talking about a cultural shock earlier, right? So I don't think so. India is any short of giving you a very good cultural exposure and the ability to survive on your own. So the moment you decide to study abroad, समझ जाओ कि इस दुनिया में तुम अकेले हो, कोई तुम्हारे साथ नहीं है. So that experience should be there.
You should have skills to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And travel. Take new experiences into account. Take the risk. India में ही अगर if you do not have the budget for going outside, travel to destinations where you don't know the language.
Okay.
Try and study a course in that area. So that gears you up, or go for a bachelor's outside your house. सबसे पहले तो घर से बाहर निकलो.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done that earlier. मैं अपना पहला एक्सपीरियंस यूके का नहीं रखना चाहती थी. I wish. But अगर आप लोग ऐसे सोच रहे हैं and you want a very careful consideration, don't let the study abroad be your first international or national visit outside your home.
Yeah.
Get outside, live in a hostel, understand, endure, adapt, grow, and then go.
तो वो सारे एक्सपोजर पहले ही हो जाने चाहिए. बाहर कैसे रहना है,
ऑप्टिमम रिजल्ट, मैक्सिमम ROI.
कि अकेले कैसे रहना है, दुनियादारी कैसे समझनी है, लाइफ स्किल यू शुड हैव. सो व्हाट इज द लास्ट एडवाइस? आई नो मैं बार बार आपसे एडवाइस ही पूछता जा रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई वांट कि जो भी ये पॉडकास्ट देखे उसको सारी चीजें पता चले. तो इफ आई हैव टू समराइज दिस एंटायर कन्वर्सेशन इन 3 points, what would be those 3 points?
What would be the 3 points for?
For primarily a student who is planning to study abroad, कि ये 3 चीजों का तो ध्यान रखना ही है. अगर बाहर पढ़ने जा रहे हो तो ये 3 चीजें आपको दिमाग में रखनी ही है.
Course should be in sync with the country and the career aspiration. सबसे पहला point. Have a realistic expectations of your budget. That's where majority of the students go wrong when they are, studying abroad. And I've seen people paying deposits and not going forth and losing those deposits worth 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh and not getting it back at all. So have a realistic expectations of your budget. Do your research. सबसे ऊपर तो इसी को रखो. Do your research. अपनी रिसर्च अच्छे से करो. हर एक चीज का तुम्हें भी काउंसलर है, ठीक है. You should also have an idea कि एप्लीकेशंस कैसे जाती हैं. That person is there to guide you, help you, analyze your application. ठीक हो जानी चाहिए, but you should be smart enough and you should take the charge. You should not let the charge completely be in a third person's hand. तुम्हें एप्लीकेशन का A to Z पता होना चाहिए, तुम्हें वीजा का A to Z, ये दो चीजें तो जरूर पता होना चाहिए फॉर अ स्टूडेंट who's going outside कि एक बंदा है, they are helping you, but you should also know. ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम रिलैक्स करके बैठे हो बैक सीट पे एंड दैट पर्सन इज डूइंग इट, उसने कुछ गड़बड़ भी कर दी, तुम्हें पता ही नहीं चला.
मेहनत करना है,
मेहनत
तो करना
करनी
है.
बहुत जरूरी है. रिसर्च, having a realistic expectations and making sure that your course and your career profile are in sync with the country.
ठीक है अर्शिता, it was great talking to you. I think काफी candid conversation and काफी points ऐसे निकल के आए जहाँ पे I am being part of this industry from last 8 years and मुझे भी नहीं पता थे, तो definitely it's going to be very helpful and I hope कि बच्चे ये podcast देख के they understand कि हाँ what is the difference between going to a right counselor and a wrong counselor, क्योंकि आपकी life change हो जाएगी if you are going
Absolutely.
to a counselor who is not thinking about you. So thanks a lot for your time.
I'll give you an example.
Sure, yeah.
I had a student, she came to me for MPH or MPA, Masters in Public Administration or Public Health. And she never wanted to apply for Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept nudging her. अच्छा
Okay.
कर दो. She never wanted to apply. So करवा दिया कि नहीं, अच्छा नहीं होगा, देखा जाएगा, but you apply. And now she's sitting at Columbia.
Oh, wow.
So she never took the charge at herself. उसने अपने आप में इतना confidence नहीं दिखाया था. She lacked that confidence.
Columbia is a very good university at the end of the day. Somebody was like, I'm surprised that somebody was capable enough of getting into Columbia and did not realize it.
I have many students at Columbia, Cornell, MIT, Imperial, LBS, LSE, UCL, German universities, you name it, and Canadian universities, top-notch ones.
Makes sense.
But it's not just me. The student also has to take the courage and, take the risk. एक आधा ड्रीम में तो जरूर अप्लाई करना चाहिए. No matter where you're applying, चाहे तुम्हें लगे रिजेक्शन आता है, ठीक है, अभी कौन सा ऑफर आया हुआ है. So that's the line I always say to my students. अभी कौन सा ऑफर है? अप्लाई करके देखो.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Also, we are providing scholarship worth 2 lakh for anybody who's going to UK for their education and they haven't given their English language test, so would like to give it again through ETS.
Great. Thanks Harshita for your time. This is going to be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Yeah.